Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Psychology of Money series. Today, I will add money-making tips. 1. Stop exchanging time for money. There is a limit to how much work you can do in 24 hours. If you get paid $20 an hour and you work 8 hours a day, then you make $160 a day. If something happened and you are unable to work for a few days, then poverty catches up with you very quickly. Leverage time and money. Make your money work for you. 2. Discipline yourself to use less than you earn. Make a budget for your money. Know where every dollar of your money is going. Make a plan for your money. Don't let money plan you. Meaning buying and spending money on impulse. Pay yourself first, before paying your bills and setting money aside for debts and entertainments. Put away money for saving and investments. The big difference between rich people and poor people is, before circulating money to other areas, the rich save and invest first, while the poor circulate first to other areas, saving the remaining money, which mostly is nothing. They live through the same cycle again and again, year after year. They get the paycheck, use it all up and wait for the next one, and sometimes borrowing the next paycheck before earning it, like I used to do. You have to learn to discipline yourself when it comes to money. If you think and tell yourself that you will begin to save and invest when you start earning a lot of money, you are lying to yourself. When you get a bigger paycheck, your expenses increases. You move to a bigger house, change your lifestyle, buy new furniture and so on. You fall under the same cycle over again in a different level. The only difference is that before you were using a smaller check to turn the wheels of life, and now it's a bigger check. Same thinking, same outcomes. Every dollar you save and invest buys you a worry-free life. 3. Your money is not the problem. The problem is how you use it. If you thought the statement is absurd, then do a little research. Over 80% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. What interesting is, 20% of these individuals make over $1 million a year and yet they have no savings. How can you make so much money and yet have nothing to save? It goes back to discipline and what you perceive as important to spend money on. How you use your money, whether it's small amount or big amount, determines whether you will be financially free or not. Start getting your finances in order. Start off by paying your debts through cutting your spending habits, which may include eating out, buying on impulse, and renting high-cost house. It's a great thrill to live in a high-end apartment which is in a great neighborhood. You get people's attention and admiration. But you should ask yourself, are you willing to sacrifice your future and a chance to be financially free for the present gratification? The journey to financial freedom is individual, and sometimes it requires a sacrifice of instant gratification. You can choose to live below your means, save and invest that extra money, and in a few years be financially free. Or you can choose to live in the moment, being the cool person who lives in the moment, the person who drives the best car, live in a high-end apartment and wears designer clothes. You will get the claps for a moment, but when life slaps you, you will face it alone. Choose wisely. Learn to do some things for yourself other than hiring for everything. Unsubscribe from services that does not offer you any added value or bring you closer to your financial freedom. And instead, start saving small and increase the amount you save every month. Look for ways to invest your money wisely and diversify your portfolio. When you make adjustments in your spending habits, soon you see changes in your finances. 4. Making money is a long, continuous game. An example of this is Warren Buffett. He has accumulated his wealth in over 50 years. He started investing in the age of 14 years, only becoming a billionaire after the age of 50. Think of long-term gains. Don't be in a hurry to put your money into a business that someone recommended to you or heard about, while you have no idea how the business works. If you don't understand it, then don't invest in it. You have heard of so many people that got ripped off by a fella who promised to double their money in a few days or hours only to realize later it was a scam. There are places where you can make money quickly, like in trading, but this too requires knowledge, hours of data analysis, and risk-taking. Which brings me to my next point. 5. Taking risk. Learn to take necessary risks. Leaving your job and starting a business is a risk, which can prove to be the best decision you make for your life. It takes gut for someone to leave a guarantee paycheck and venture out into starting a new business. But it's in doing so that you grow in several areas of your life. Without risks there is no reward. Having your money in a saving account is comfortable, but it risks losing its value every day. When you invest your money, you take a risk, but it's a risk which could set you for life. 6. Work on yourself. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. No amount of money in this world can make you happy. If you are unhappy, insecure person, material possession like cars, big mansions, designers' items will not make you happy and secure. You buy that new car and you are happy for a week. Thereafter you go back to your unhappy state. You tell yourself, if you bought a more expensive car then you will feel happy. You work to get that car and still remain unhappy. You then spend a lot of money trying to woo friends into liking you, praising you, and putting you on a pedestal. You go into this rabbit hole of trying to please everyone with your money and status, only to realize later that the people you have surrounded yourself with, almost all of them, don't care much about you. They are there for what they can get from you or hoping to get, without care of you and your feelings. This makes you feel emptier. With this realization, you get angry at them for using you, and do the right thing, which is to remove them from your life. You then get new friends and the same thing happens. They say it's lonely at the top, but it's not completely true. If you worked on your self-concept, this makes you feel joyful, at peace, and fulfilled from within yourself. You stop seeking it from outside. You feel happy and secure within, therefore you don't seek to please anyone to like or accept you. And with this great self-concept, you meet people who align with your new mindset. People who have great self-concept themselves. People who are genuine and are working on themselves, and this adds value to you, whether in thinking or in actions. Working on yourself helps you believe in yourself, and this leads to achieving greatness. Never assign the task of making you happy to others. Happiness is an inside job. Seek to be wealthy in all areas of life, not only in money but also in health-wise, emotionally, spiritually, in relationships, and mentally. 7. Surround yourself with money to make more money. This means that you surround yourself with people who make more money than you do. Study what they are doing different, then apply it. Go to places where money is spent and flaunt. Impress your subconscious mind with what money can buy you, the new lifestyle it can afford you. Get yourself into the company of wealthy individuals. Their discussion is different, and so is their thinking. They discuss money-making ideas, growth, and value, and where opportunities to make money are. This is very different from being in the company of the poor. Mostly, they discuss other people's lives. Discuss those who have money, and then complain about their lack of it. This kind of company, talk, and thinking will never make you rich. What it will make you create is more of the same thing, which is struggle and lack of money. 8. Set goals. Have a vision for your life. Setting goals gives you direction to follow to reach your dream. When you have clear goals and write them down, you limit distraction, which takes your precious time and energy, which in turn prevents you from reaching your goals. An example of this is if you had a goal to walk from one town to another, and you know it will take you 8 hours to get there. You don't stop at every distraction that comes your way. You keep walking, because if you don't, you will arrive late or have to camp somewhere for the night to proceed your journey in the next morning, or risk not getting there at all. So, get clear on your goals, and focus on them, and don't stop until you succeed, no matter the obstacles which you may face along the way. 9. Work on your mindset daily. The average millionaire reads 3 books in a month. Listen to motivational podcasts, and have healthy morning and evening routines, which includes meditation, visualization of where they want to see themselves, and affirming to themselves that they can achieve anything they set their mind to. Basically building their self-belief daily. This individuals know a great secret. The mind is wired to be negative. It's upon each and every one of us to take the task of programming our mind into positivity every day and every time, where need arises. Spend time conditioning and programming the mind for success and prosperity. When you don't program your mind to achieve success, then don't be surprised if poverty shows up. Make it a point to consume materials that help you grow mentally. Materials that discuss money-making ideas, money management, wealth accumulation, and also investing. This information is not taught in schools, and if they do, am not aware of it. You will have to go out and seek it yourself. This can be buying courses that teaches you how to make money. Seek out mentors that can mentor you. Go to seminars that discuss money and implement the knowledge. Don't be a consumer of information and not an implementer. Never assume that you know everything. That is a sure way to poverty and life of struggles. Be willing to invest in your self-growth with time, money, and energy, and soon you will experience change in your thinking, which then affect your way of doing things that will give you different results. 10. Be willing to fail. Don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of not doing something with your life. It's through failure that you learn and grow. If small babies were afraid to fall every time they tried to walk, we would then have a catastrophe of babies refusing to get up and walk. When you get into a new venture in your life, you meet up with challenges. Some you can anticipate while others you can't. The challenge always seems like an obstacle, which appears to bring you down and make you give up on your dream. Keep going no matter how difficult it gets. If you stick around long enough, fighting, something has to give way. It's the law. In life, there is ups and downs, dark and light, struggle and release, uphill and downhill. If you don't give up and remain standing when everyone else quit, you then receive your breakthrough. Winners and successful people are not extraordinary people. They are just people who refuse to quit. Show up in your business even when it's not making money. Make a few more phone calls even when you feel disappointed and down because no one has bought from you in days or even weeks. Have the courage to push through. You could be a step away from a deal of your lifetime. Remind yourself why you started that business in the first place and don't give up. And if you fail, don't let yourself stay down. Dust yourself and get back up. Restructure, redefine, reset, and then restart. 11. Learn to celebrate yourself. Learn to celebrate your small winnings and recognize the milestones that you are making, whether in life or in business. Steve Jobs, a co-founder of Apple, once said, "You can only connect the dots if you look back. Those steps, though they are small, they are leading you somewhere." So, recognize and celebrate your small wins. With this, it will make you feel motivated to do more and achieve more. Be your own cheerleader, not your worst critics. Recognize that you are a human being and give yourself grace to learn and become better. Aim to become better, not perfect. There will always be something to learn and improve. Discoveries and improvements are being made every day. Perfect your skills as you go. Don't wait for that time when you will have all the answers. When you achieve everything, that's when you will see yourself as worthy and deserving. Mindset comes first, then the money follows. You become rich in the mind first, then money materializes into the physical reality. You will rarely find someone with a defeated mindset winning. There is something within you that you can contribute right now to the wellness of humanity, whether in ideas or in actions. Get out of your way and get started. Belief in yourself. Jeff Bezos started his company in a garage, and the rest is history. Begin where you are and with what you have. If you have come this far, thank you for watching. Remember before you click off to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you on part 3 of the video.